Hi, it's Maria from the Tarot Shop, and it's hard to believe that it's June already. I'm going to do pretty much what I did last month. I'll take an oracle card and then some tarot cards to give you an insight as to the energies for the forthcoming month. If you haven't seen me before, then welcome. If you're familiar, then thank you for coming back. If you could subscribe, that would be brilliant. Helps me with the algorithm. And then it helps to get more people to hear whatever it is that the cards have to say for that. Say for the put my teeth in. The cards have to say for the month ahead. Okay, so let's press on. It is Aries, and this is the month of June. So I'm going to take an oracle card to start with, and then several tarot cards to see what June has in store. I hope that you had a good May. So 21st of June, we've got the solstice coming up, which is always a wonderful time for... Oh, there we go. What have we got to say for Aries? So the general feeling for the month is keep the faith. So maybe being a bit challenged. So let's have a look and see what 6 cards we have for you for the month of June. I'm just going to shuffle the cards. June for Aries, please. I had a feeling it was to do with that. Right, okay, let's see. And let's see what comes. So we've got... Pop the cards to one side. We'll put another one if we need a clarifier. So it's lovely. I mean, the beginning of the month, actually. You're going to be starting on quite a strong financial footing. So it looks like the month begins really well. You've got lots of activity, so you're really busy with something. And the Knight of Wands rushes in and he just makes you get on with things. So he basically, there's lots of action and there's movement. And if anything has been holding you back at all, then actually you will find that there's movement here. It feels as if because it came after the finances, it's with regards to finances. So there's probably been some money that you found or some money that's come into you that is now enabling you to move forward. Could be to do with work. It feels as if it's progress there. So there's financial progress with regards to work or something you do on a daily basis. And the month starts quite strongly with that. So once you've had this, I'll say opportunity, it doesn't feel like that. It's almost like, yeah, there's some release of funds here somewhere that is allowing you to move forward. So that's how the month starts. And then you start worrying about it. Now, you see this card. People always get quite anxious when they see this card. But you see this card, which is ironic because it's a card of anxiety. So this card tells me that mid-month you're going to be worrying about something. So something's on your mind and it's basically keeping you up at night. It's a period of insomnia. And it follows quickly by the Ace of Swords. So something's keeping you up at night, but then you begin to see things clearly. So you're going to be given some divine inspiration. So an idea or a way to move things forward. So I'm actually going to pull something else on this in a second because it does feel as if you're almost at, you're getting bogged down with, what is it I want to say? You're overthinking things. You've had movement and then suddenly, and it feels as if almost like there's a bit of a stuckness in the middle of the month. So you have the movement at the beginning and then things kind of stay and you get stuck and you worry. And it's probably because you've made a rapid movement forward and then you're a little bit worried that maybe you've jumped too soon. But you are going to have some clarity. So divine source or divine wisdom will come in and say, look, stop worrying. There's no need to worry. And I wonder if you might even hear this. I don't know when you'll hear this reading. This might be quite fortuitous, as in you'll hear it when you're going through this period of doubt. It's a little bit more than doubts because you are quite anxious about it. stressful because it's related to finances. So have you spent money that actually you then begin to doubt whether or not you feel guilty? Should you have done it? Is it the right thing to do? There's a lot of questioning and internal. These swords are all about mind. So what's going on in the mind? So there's lots going on in the mind. But then you're immediately followed by the ace, as I said. So you begin to see things clearly. You begin to think clearly. It's probably done through maybe writing a pros and cons list, just putting things into perspective. So I would say to you, you are going to go through that stressful period of just thinking and over analysing everything. And in order to get through that, you just need to basically remember that Rome wasn't built in a day. And actually, everything is progressing as it should be right now. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. Manage your fears. Because you end the month with the Two of Wands, which is a decider. So you're going to have clarity and then you're going to make a decision about how to move forward. It does look as if you might have to take on more responsibility as a result of this. So it's quite a practical month. As I say, you've got this kind of like, there's nothing here that alarms me that you're doing anything wrong. It's just literally what's going on in your head. So mid-month, there's this anxiety. And it may not be related to the work or the finances that have happened at the beginning of the month. It could be something else. It could be emotional. It's saying keep the faith. So actually it feels as if fears are getting in the way. So you're worrying about something. You feel quite fearful that maybe you've moved too quickly. So you do something and then in the middle of the month you worry that you've done it wrong, but then you begin to see things as they were. You get the clarity you were looking for and you make a decision to move forward. It does mean that you're going to take on more responsibility. And it needs to be done. I mean, it's a 10, so it's quite high up in the deck, which says that it is only you that can do it. There's no one else that can do it. I don't know what this is. Obviously, well, hopefully you will. It feels as if it's relating to work. Or taking care of someone. Yeah, you're shouldering the burden here. So I'm getting something through here that says that this is about you taking on the responsibility to help someone else. And this is where the stress is coming from. You do see things clearly. You know you need to make that decision to just literally take it on yourself. Remember this. This too shall pass. All things do. You have to keep the faith that everything is as it should be. So I'm not quite sure when you'll hear it. If you hear it at the beginning, as I remember, you've moved forward quickly. That's great. There's a financial investment there. Something's happened. Then you get all stressed and worried about it. You get clarity. Then you make the decision to just take on whatever it is yourself. Just to do it yourself. And it does feel like you're taking care. There's some connection here. It's almost like you're making a slight sacrifice to help somebody else. But you have to keep the faith. You see elephants, they never forget. They never forget where they're going. They keep the faith. They know that literally they're following in the path of their ancestors or the path that they've always taken. So, I mean, this is, it's a practical month, to be honest, Aries. You can cope with it. There's nothing you can't deal with here. Just remember what I've said. Don't get overworked up about it. Try not to be too fearful. And as I say, you're going to make a decision. It may be that you'll hear this reading later. If it doesn't make any sense at all, then, come back to it a bit later on. And as I always say, if this doesn't resonate with you, Aries, as a sun, then check out also your moon and or your rising signs, because you may find that they will resonate with you a little bit better. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much and happy June and happy solstice. Thanks very much, Aries. Bye-bye.